Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C, and the place to be, it's Deb C. Boop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, and happy Saturday. I hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend and a great day. Oh, as you can tell, I haven't done anything with my face today. I should just be like, hey. No, I don't put on makeup, so that's just that. So like I said, I hope everybody's having a great day. You didn't get a video from me yesterday because it was Valentine's Day. I kind of hate the day. I was like, maybe I will come up with something fun, like a smash or pass. But by the end of the day, I was like, ugh. Let's just get this day over with. So I didn't do anything. So hello, here I am. I did watch a movie last night that I'm going to be doing a review on tomorrow, but I wanted to just give you a recommendation on something to watch. If you are a fan of Saturday Night Live and or you're a fan of music, you don't necessarily have to be a fan of Saturday Night Live because the name, the Saturday Night Live is in the title, and there are some cast members sprinkled throughout introducing musicians, introducing performers. But what I'm talking about is the Saturday Night Live Homecoming concert. It is on Peacock. It aired last night on Peacock. I didn't find out about it until today. So I watched it today. It is a 4-hour concert on Peacock. I thought from looking at, I heard about it on TikTok. So I thought, oh, let me watch that. What I thought it was like a mixture of cast members throughout the years performing musical skits, and then also introducing performers, musicians. But there were a few musical numbers from cast members, but mostly it was cast members coming up and introducing performers who had been on the show. And in some instances, like with Miley Cyrus and Eddie Vedder, they sang a lot of them. No, it was the majority. It was most of them. They came up, they sang a song that was performed by another musician or band. Like with Miley Cyrus, she came up and performed a cover of Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen, and then she sang I Can Buy Myself Flowers. So, but I have to tell you, I would absolutely highly recommend it. Like I said, you don't have to be a fan of Saturday Night Live, because they don't do a ton of things besides introduce the performers. I do have to say though, there was one that was a standout, that was Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer, who, listen, I never knew this, but Anna Gasteyer, she was kind of like an MVP of the night. She did 3 separate things. She introduced Snoop Dogg dressed as Martha Stewart. She also sang backup for Bill Murray. If you don't remember, like if you're not an old head like me, Bill Murray was not in the original cast. Bill Murray came in on the second season because Chevy Chase left after the first season. So Bill Murray came in, and he would do this lounge singer. His name was Nick Valentine, and he was real cringy. He was kind of like not hypersexual, but a little bit, and he was just real cringy. He was a lounge singer. And so he said he has 3 ladies. He's in love with 3 ladies. And he brought them out. And it was Cecily Strong, who is pregnant. Who else? Maya Rudolph, who, if you didn't know, Maya Rudolph actually has a Prince cover band that I had seen different videos of, and it's fantastic. and Anna Gasteyer, who, I mean, they all have great voices. I did not know that Anna Gasteyer could sing. And she sang very good. And then from what I understand, I was looking on TikTok, she actually played Elphaba on, I don't know if it was Broadway, but she got some chops. So the other skit that she was in, she was with Will Ferrell, and they were playing, who was it? It was the Culps. Is that who it was? Yeah, the Culps. And they're the married couple who go to like proms and high school reunions and do covers. Just do like the whitest covers of any song imaginable. And this was just hilarious because beforehand, before they started singing, they were kind of like ripping on some people. They actually got Meryl Streep to give the finger, which was hilarious. And also, in case you didn't hear, because I didn't know this was a thing until like a few months ago, but apparently they're saying there's the rumor going around that Meryl Streep is dating Martin Short. If you remember, they met on season 3. Was it 3? They met on one of the seasons of, I think it was 3, on season 3 of Only Murders in the Building. And they were sitting next to each other. I mean, they weren't cozy, but they were sitting next to each other. So who knows, they might be. But the Culps, they were hilarious. They did They Not Like Us. It was so ridiculous. They went from Doechii right into They Not Like Us. And it was A minor, A minor, A minor, A minor, A minor. It was funny. It was really good. That was the funniest sketch of the whole night. But then after that, it was basically just people introducing the performers. I'm going to tell you, they brought out B-52s. B-52s sang Love Shack. I feel like Fred Schneider has not aged hardly at all. Then they had like a lobster come out, and I thought they were going to sing Rock Lobster, and I would have loved that, but it's their 48th anniversary. They've been together 48 years. The weirdest segue was Backstreet Boys into, what's a band that you would think that they would like segue into? You'd be like, well, if it's Backstreet Boys, maybe they're going to be doing like boy bands. So it'd be Backstreet Boys to like NSYNC, or Backstreet Boys to New Kids, or something like that. No, it was Backstreet Boys into Devo. And I have to tell you, Devo kind of rocked out. I mean, Devo kind of held it down. They rocked out. I enjoyed it. They brought back Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean. Now listen, Lauryn Hill, the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, still one of the best. If I had to make a top 50 of albums, it would most absolutely, definitely be in there. That is a great album. I was surprised. That she was there on time. I mean, I went to the comments of several people's videos looking to see if they thought the same thing. Like, how did she get there on time? Did they tell her to be there at a different time and then she was just there on time? I don't know. That was very good. Another woman that they had a woman that was singing that every time I hear her sing, I'm like, she got a great voice. I really have to start listening to her. She writes very good songs. She's a very good songwriter. Brandi Carlile. She went into, after that, Jimmy Fallon was the host. He came on and he said, okay, put your hands together for Mumford & Sons. Now listen, I don't know if Mumford & Sons are still together or not, but I enjoyed Mumford & Sons. I liked their music before, and They sang a song, I will wait for you. It was good. It was really good. And then they went into, what was it? The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel, which brought me to tears a little bit because he was like, the lead singer was like, this is one of our favorite songs that was ever performed on Saturday Night Live. It was in the 3rd episode of the 1st season, and then it was performed on the show right after 9/11. And it was, I shed a little tear. I'm not going to say I didn't. Okay. Another woman that's highly underrated. I remember a few years ago when she won Song of the Year and people were like, no, why? That was rigged. It was Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Raitt, she brought out Chris Martin on the piano. She sang one of the saddest songs. Every time I hear this song, I cry a little bit. And that's I Can't Make You Love Me. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm saying she's underrated because she has like this bluesy, raspy kind of voice, but a lot of people just don't know that she's one of the great female guitar players. So she's underrated. Like I said, when she won the Grammy a few years ago for Song of the Year, people were pissed. I wasn't pissed. She's underrated. She deserved that. Okay, so what else? Okay, another thing, Cher came out and sang If I Could Turn Back Time, which is my favorite Cher song. Listen, Cher looks good. Do I know Cher got work done? Cher got work done. But here's the thing. Cher can still move around. I can't. And Cher can still wear those outfits. Like, those outfits, she can still rock them. She was looking damn good. Jack White closed out the show. He did Rockin' in the Free World by Neil Sedaka, by Neil Young. I was expecting people to be more like, because Jimmy Fallon was like, get up right now because you're going to lose your minds. Jack White. It didn't seem like a lot of people were up, but then he closed out the show with Seven Nation Army. I'm going to Wichita. That one. And that got everybody up on their feet. Oh, yes. And if we're talking about, we're going back to one of the excellent comedic performances. Lady Gaga and Andy Samberg started off singing Shallow. He was terrible. He was absolutely terrible. And she's like, I don't think this is going to work. So then they sang Dick in a Box, and it was a perfection. They went from that into Mother Lover. And then they brought out Chris Parnell, and they did like a medley of Lonely Island songs, which included like Lazy Sunday. They had Bad Bunny come out and sing. They had Eddie Vedder as Captain Jack Sparrow. That was hilarious. That was very good. Right in the middle of it, they just started screaming mustard, like from Kendrick Lamar. So there was that. And speaking of Eddie Vedder was another highlight of mine. He came out, he sang The Waiting by Tom Petty, very good, and then sang a Pearl Jam song. But he also mentioned some of the cast members who are not there. The one that got me in my feels the most was Gilda Radner. No. I'm going to talk about my love for Gilda Radner whenever I talk about the big three-hour show that's on tomorrow. Not needless to say, Gilda Radner is my all-time favorite. All-time favorite from any cast on any season of Saturday Night Live, Gilda Radner. Also, listen, they had it was a star-studded audience. They had like everybody there. Tom Hanks. Front row was John Hamm, Paul Rudd, Jason Momoa, Pedro Pascal was there. Pedro Pascal was having a good time. He was dancing to everybody and everything. Good for him. But if my absolute favorite act of the whole night, this did make me cry a little bit. And I feel like, I don't know, this could have been, I don't know, before I get to that, also, Lady Gaga did just a solo version by herself of Shallow, another song that makes me cry every time. Just because the song itself is sad, but then if you haven't seen the movie, I just think about that. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to ruin it. If you haven't seen A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, I mean, it's been out for a while, so you should probably see it already. But I'm just going to say, I always think of the scene with near the end with the dog, with Bradley Cooper and the dog. And that makes me just lose it. But I'm going to say that out of all of these great performances, the number one best for me was post Nirvana. Here's what it is. Oh, it was so good. I really wish they would have done 2 songs. But it was the original members of Nirvana, Chris Novoselic, is that his last name? Chris Novoselic, Dave Grohl on drums, and they also brought out Pat Smear. Pat Smear had played with Nirvana a little bit as well, and then taking over for Kurt Cobain was Post Malone. Perfection, absolute perfection. I don't see a ton of people talking about it on TikTok, but it honestly, for me, it was the highlight of the entire night. It was just, Post Malone was like perfect. And I loved it so much because back in the day, as part of like Seattle grunge, it was like them and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam. Oh, listen. And it's so sad because Kurt Cobain was he was just such a talent. Like the songwriting, just no. But that to me, I just wish they would have played like one more song and maybe cut off. If I would have done anything, I maybe would have cut the performance a little bit of who was it? It was Arcade Fire. It was not St. Laurent. No, I can't remember the other one. And David Byrne. I would have maybe cut that a little bit. It was good, but it went a little, like they started off with a tribute with a song by Bowie. They did Heroes, which I love Bowie. So I love that. But then they went on a little bit too long. I wish they kind of would have maybe let Post Nirvana do one more, but they did Smells Like Teen Spirit and then they left. So, but yeah, I would highly recommend it. If you don't have to love Saturday Night Live to watch it. If you love music, watch it because it was excellent. I would absolutely say watch it. It's 4 hours. It's on Peacock. So if you got Peacock, watch it. And if you did watch it, let me know in the comments what you thought. I'm drinking a little hot tea here because it's snowing again. Yeah, because it's snowing. And yeah, I tried to go out this morning in it and let me see. Yeah, it's snowing. And I didn't get really far before I got up to the highway and then had a panic attack because the roads were like slippy. Listen, when I say slippy, it's just, that means slippery. But in Western Pennsylvania, we sometimes say slippy. yeah, I got up to the highway and was having a panic attack. So I went into a gas station parking lot, calmed down, and then came right back home. Didn't go up to Walmart, didn't do my pickup, didn't do any of that. So I'm just calming my nerves with a little bit of hot tea. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you watched, if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, which of those entertainers do you feel like you would have maybe enjoyed the most? And listen, if nobody told you yet today, you're loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world so it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another and always be aware of your surroundings, be smart and safe, hydrate often with water. There is water in here. And also, if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy and vibes your way so you make it through. Everybody have a great day, and a great night. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye.